I'm Troy Alexander for Child Support Game Over. Today, I am going to put my neck out on the line, so to speak. I've given you videos for the past 2 years, giving you men out there the answer to how not to pay child support, how to stay out of the child support industry, and even how to get out in many cases once you're in. And today I'm just going to put it in one video, and if they delete my channel, they delete my channel. We'll see. But I'm going to arm you men completely. I need you to like and subscribe. I need you to share this video. Please make copies of it even, and share it to other areas. Send it far and wide, because I'm giving you the full answer, or at least a good part of that answer today, all put together, laid out like it's going to be like this is the easy button. So pay close attention, men. Share this. I want 10,000 views at least on this until it's deleted, because you know how it works. So anyway, we'll get started. So the scam started with their legal system. Their legal system is a satanic system. I've explained this in past videos. It is against God's laws. It is totally matriarchal. And they want to enslave and destroy on strong men especially. Again, 80% of women reproduce and only 40% of men. The reason for this is women are picky with who they reproduce with. Women eliminate 60% of the men from the gene pool. And it is women's hypergamy that demands that polygamy be part of our society. You're either going to have polygamy, or you're going to have the whoredoms and broken families and fatherless children that you have, that we see throughout this world. So their scam started in the 1920s, creating what they call legal marriage. Before that, there was holy matrimony, which was part of God's kingdom. They followed the rules of the Bible, but these Satanists, their legal system is opposed to God's kingdom. They created their own form of marriage called legal marriage, in which the state becomes the god of the marriage and the overseer of the marriage and the ruler. And once you have that, they then created like birth certificates and stuff. It used to be certificates of live birth. Now you have birth certificates, which are creations of the state. They create what's called a child. I've explained this in past videos. Go watch it. A child, if you look in state statute, it tells you, is a person, a persona. It is an unreal, a dead entity, like a corporation, where you get the word corpse, corporation. It comes from corpse. Corporation, it's a dead entity. It's not living. The child is not living, and they put it in trust form. And when you apply for a birth certificate, you got to pay them $20 so that they create the child. And then the child has to be adopted. When you get married, and first you got to make an application for their marriage license to use their patented version of marriage with the state as God, and the overseer and the keeper of all that is part of the marriage. They become the beneficiaries of the marriage. And then when you register your child with a birth certificate, they become the beneficiaries of that child. They're the creator of the child. And when you adopt the child, you enter a grantor-grantee relationship with the state. And that's how you become liable for child support. Only by being the legal father are you a parent. And I'm mostly addressing this to men. Women can glean from it too if they end up the non-custodial parent. The only way to be the parent is to be the legal mother or legal father. And then the only way you can do that is through marriage. And when you apply for that birth certificate, you're also applying for adoption of that child that the state created. It's only through adoption with the state. It's only by contracting with the state, creating the grantor-grantee relationship, which is trust law. They always say over and over again, it's in the best interest of the child. Trust law. So when you're brought in, their goal initially is to make you the legal father or a parent of their child, not your son or daughter, which you created as a living, breathing being. Create another living, breathing being. That's your son or daughter or offspring. They are only concerned with the child. They have no jurisdiction over your living, breathing offspring. Now, if you consent to being the legal parent of their child, and their child has encompassed and enwrapped your offspring, now they claim control of your offspring because they're controlling the child. This is the straw baby I talked about. If you do not understand what I'm talking about, go watch our previous video, the Child Support Adoption Agency. I lay it out perfectly for you. So what they did was in the 1920s, they created legal marriage, satanic marriage. And it spread through all the states over the next 30 years. And all the people pretty much living now who are married. If they have a state marriage, they have a legal marriage. And the children that are registered with the state for birth certificates are legal children to the legal mothers and fathers. But again, the problem with hypergamy and monogamy is 80% of the women reproduce, only 40% of the men reproduce. And they want to destroy the strong men. This is a matriarchal satanic system. So they had to come up with a scheme to entrap the men into this destructive slavery and to empower the women over the strong men, to destroy strong men. So they came up with a scheme to allow men. Pay attention to this. They're allowing men, they're providing the services they provide an expedited process so that men who do not have legal marriages can become legal fathers. Because remember, only those with the legal marriages were legal fathers. Now, part of legal fatherhood is it doesn't matter if you're the biological father. You have zero rights to the child. Only the mother's on the birth certificate. You are not recognized as the legal father. It has nothing to do with biological father. What they do is they look for presumed fathers, biological fathers. They all have an adjective. The alleged father, they never recognize you as the father because fathers have rights. What they do is they take these modified fathers, these biological fathers, adjudicated fathers, well, they become adjudicated fathers. But what they're looking to do is transfer you from the common law rights that you have to your offspring to the satanic legal system by making you the legal father. That is their goal, to make you the legal father. And they have created an expedited process. And see, they're providing services. We provide these services so that you can be the legal father. What is it about? Benefits. They'll tell you, well, then your child can inherit from you. The benefits to the child. So if you're a legal father and you die, they can get Social Security benefits. It's all about the benefits. That's how they sell it. We're providing services and benefits. Well, they're providing benefits for the child and they're providing benefits for the custodial mother. And again, this is trust law. In trust law, there's one custodial. This whole bullshit about we got joint custody. Well, you can have joint custody only if the mother's willing to share it. There's only one custodial parent. And unless the mother completely blows it by being a drug addict and convicted and blah, 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 or something, or abandons the child, she's going to be the custodial. It's automatic, pretty much. It's all smoke and mirrors. And guys, this is a scheme by lawyers for lawyers. It's a legal fucking system, legal satanic system, and it's there to feed on you and destroy you and your offspring. So their goal, what they have to do is make you the legal father. So they have the affidavit of paternity, whatever they call it. They'll let you sign and adopt the child. It's an expedited process where all you got to do is fill it out, sign it, and you get to adopt the child and become the legal father. That is, if the mother agrees. She has to sign it and say, yeah, I'll share that he can be the legal father. At that point, you are the non-custodial parent. Once you become the legal father, then you can be a parent. Legal fathers and legal mothers are parents. You're not a parent if you are the biological father. As biological father has no rights in their legal system. In common law, that's something else. So they're trying to degrade you from father to legal father. Father with rights to legal father with no rights and only responsibilities as the trustee to the child. Can they do this with a genetic test? No. That's all kabuki theater. They can declare you the biological father. But that does not mean you're the legal father. Being the biological father does not allow you to say, hey, look, I took a genetic test. I'm the biological father. And they're going to go, yeah, but she got her boyfriend to sign it, and he's the legal father, so you're just shit out of luck. Thanks. Our child's got two parents. Bye-bye. You don't have rights. They being the biological father, you're not you're biological father to your son or daughter. You're not biological father to their child. Their child, at best, has the DNA of a tree. Because that's what paper is made out of. And the child is just a piece of paper or a blip in their computer. So, look, they say you're the biological father, so I'm gonna say you're the legal father. Well, all you got to do is say, oh, hell no, I'm not going to be the satanic father. I'm not going to put you in charge. I'm not going to become the trustee to your trust where you're the beneficiary and she's the custodial and I'm the guy footing the bill. Screw you, because you're taking away my rights. And you're putting a collar of slavery on me. All you have to do is say hell no. Now, one of the ways they trap you into being the trustee is they get you to accept benefits. Well, as trustee, you have a right to be paid for your efforts. You have a right to get benefits. What benefits do most legal fathers get? Nothing. So maybe they'll give you a child credit, tax, whatever. They'll let you claim the child every other year on your taxes. They'll give you as little as you'll accept. But once they get you accepting benefits, they go, well, we paid you to be the trustee. You accepted benefits. Now, how do you stop? How do you not pay child support, Troy? That's what you're asking me. That's why you're watching. That's why you're going to spread this to every guy you know, damn it. Every guy you know. Save them. First, don't get a legal marriage. Don't get a satanic marriage. You can marry all you want in holy matrimony. In holy matrimony, you could have 3-4 wives if you want. To be quite honest. Because they can't oversee that. I'm sorry. It's not illegal. They lied to you. You're brainwashed thinking that's illegal. They can only oversee the dead. They can only oversee legal marriage. If you get 2 legal marriages, that's bigamy. If you get 2 holy matrimony marriages, that's just bigger of me. That's being funny. Dry humor, guys. Okay, so first, do not get a legal marriage. I've told my own sons, don't get legal marriages. And you know what they do? They screw you, Dad. I'm going to go get a legal marriage. My last son who got married, I said, if she demands a legal marriage, don't marry her. And he said, you're not invited to the wedding now. Yeah, his loss. So, probably TMI. But your own offspring don't listen to you many times. And guess what? Then they come back and they pay for it, and then they're just like, why did you tell me? Oh, I did, and you hated me for it. I'm giving you the truth. You can hate me for it. Don't get a legal marriage. Right then and there, boom, you've taken yourself out of their system. You're not the legal father. Now the only way they can make you the legal father is if you adopt their child. And guess what? They can't make you adopt their child. What is this? You go to an orphanage and some judge can say, I'm making you the adoptive father, the legal father? And you go, yeah, no, I don't want to be the legal father. He can't make you. Well, we found out your genetics match. I don't care. I'm the biological father. Okay, you showed that I'm probably the biological father. Now, according to your statutes, I'm the presumed father. You don't recognize me as the father. You only recognize me as the presumed father. You can't make me the legal father. You got to tell them this. And guess what? They can't. Fraud gets rid of it all. Number one, fraud is the only defense against the legal fatherhood. You can, and they can't force you. If they said, you're the biological father, boom, you're now the legal father, and you never accepted benefits, you need to go back, get that transcript and say, okay, show me where I accepted, where I explicitly agreed, because there has to be a contract. Where did I explicitly agree to be the legal father? Where did I explicitly agree to adopt your child? And at what point did I receive benefits for being the legal father? Did I accept any benefits from you for being the legal father? You guys can go back. I've just shown you how never to be the legal father by just telling them, oh, go screw yourself. You showed I'm the presumed father. Screw yourself. I don't want to be the legal father. All you have to do is say that, man. It's that simple. But now I'm telling you, you can go back and say, I never explicitly agreed to being the legal father. Because what's happening, men, is you are in a foreign tribunal that is making a support order to you because you have become the trustee. It's a kabuki theater. They con you into being the trustee. And most of them fraudulently go to the state and say, we made him the trustee, when you never explicitly agreed to be the trustee. That's fraud. That's fraud. They're doing it for money. They are making you the legal father for money for them and for their system and to destroy on you. And they all feel warm and fuzzy. Oh, we got another parent for one of our children. No. You cannot make me the legal father without my explicit consent. And when you go to the state and say, put his name on the birth certificate, that is fraud. And guess what? Fraud is how you can get out. You can say, take my name off the birth certificate, take your frickin' child support shit and shove it right up your asses. And guess what? I believe, this is my opinion, all of this is my opinion, you can go to federal court and sue them now and say, I want every dime back and I want damages for everything you did to me under your frickin' fraud. That's how you fix this damn system. That's how you beat them. You say, I never explicitly consented to the adoption of your child and I never received benefits. I never took benefits of being the legal father. So I am not the legal father. And you did this by fraud, and now you need to fix this. That's the only argument. Now, see, men, they don't understand. The order is coming from the business in their bullshit tribunal. It's private foreign international law. I've explained this to you. Private international law, foreign tribunals being held in the satanic court system. And then when you don't pay, they're bringing it into circuit court and saying, we have a trust here, Your Honor. It's Your Honor because this is law of the air. We have a trust here, Your Honor, and the trustee is not fulfilling his obligation. We're the beneficiaries. We brought the action. The state is the beneficiary, not the child. They're doing it in the best interest of the child. The state brings you in and says, as the beneficiary, we have a problem. We have a custodial mother here. We have a child here who's not getting proper support because the trustee is not paying what he was told to pay. It's not an order. It's not a judgment. It's not a default. It's trust law, people. And the reason you have no proper due process is you're automatically guilty in this case. You're the trustee. You're guilty. You're the trustee, you pay or else. There's no excuse. You're the trustee, you pay. So the only way not to have to pay child support is never be the trustee. And the way to not be the trustee is never be the legal father. And guess what? You can only be legal father by consent. I've given this to you guys. Don't get those state marriages. Don't sign those affidavits of paternity. Don't agree to be the trustee. And look, the genetic test is kabuki because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You have no rights. In their system, you have no rights if you're the biological father. Well then, bye-bye. Yeah, okay, great, genetic test. I'm the biological father, so what? I don't want to be the legal father to your child. I don't want to be part of your trust system. Go screw yourself. She wants me to take care of my biological offspring? Sure. Bring them by anytime. I'll take care of them. In fact, at that point, if it's me, I'd probably say, Your Honor, I've just been shown to be the biological father. Please advise the state and the mother to give me my property. That's my offspring. Don't address it as a child. It's not your child. Don't say my child. Do not go to court and say my child. It's not your child. It's the state's child. They are the creators of the child. You're the creators of the offspring. They are the beneficiaries of the child. They have nothing to do with your offspring. Men, spread this video. I've given you the silver bullet. As long as it's online, and you know what? Make copies of this. They take it down, put it on your channels, pop it back up, put it everywhere.